the very end, and one Mr. Dave Argerbright is standing with a two-time champion of this race. Dave?
Thanks, guys. He's the defending champion of this race. He wants to repeat very much. Jimmy Owens, you've got the point lead. Seems like everything going your way right now. What do you need to do to win this $50,000?
You know, we just got to stay out of trouble and pace ourselves early, and you know, the track's really maneuverable, so you're going to see guys on the high side, low side, in the middle. So, you know, I think we're sitting where we want to be. I don't think I'd like to be the guys being chased down in the front. But, you know, we just got to stay out of trouble and do the best we can do, and maybe we can bring this one home.
Jimmy Owens looking to repeat. Now let's meet my colleague down here in the pit area tonight, Kelly Schneider.
Currently second in points, number 0 of Scott Bloomquist is starting on the outside of the first row. Scott, you told us earlier that this car has never felt better on this track here tonight. Why do you think that is?
Well, you know, we worked on shocks and have changed our setup quite a bit. You know, it really feels better than any car I've had on this racetrack. So, you know, we feel really good about it. You know, everybody's pretty close on tires. I think that it's just going to come down to who picks the right line and who can really maneuver in traffic. And my car feels real maneuverable. So, you know, got pretty high hopes.
We had a lot of rain earlier tonight. Do you think that that affected the track negatively?
Not negatively, no. It's going to make the track actually wider and be more racy probably than ever. So I think you're going to see cars everywhere. It's going to be a great race.
Of all the drivers in this starting field, one with the greatest motivation is Earl Pearson Jr. because 1 year ago he came oh so close to winning this thing. Earl, what do you need to do tonight to finish just one spot forward than last year?
I don't know. We started back here last year, and we got all the way up to the front there, and Jimmy passed me on the last lap. But, yeah, we qualified good with this Lucas Oil car. We feel good about it. We didn't run that good in the heat race, so the biggest thing is staying out of trouble, and, you know, like 50 or so, go for it. But, you know, it's a long race. Big thing is staying out of trouble, and we'll see what we can do.
Earl Pearson Jr. looking for a little redemption here in the North-South 100.
Thanks a lot, guys. Of course, Dave Argerbright and Kelly Schneider helping us out all evening long. A good overhead shot. Let's listen in. And the command for the good one to start their engines has gone out. They fire up the 700 and 800 plus horsepower breathing monsters. And we'll let these guys go to work here in just a couple of moments. Of course, a lot of money on the line, Rob, as we spoke up before, and a great points battle going on as well. How about Steve Shaver, who came out here? This is a two-night event on Friday night, and he is also a two-time winner of the Sunoco Fuels North-South 100, but he had fast times. So there's a lot of big names inside of this category, and the fact that it's 100 laps, you can really start in the back row and make a run at this thing.
You see Mike Marler there in the 16. You heard Scott Bloomquist talk about tires. These guys deciding to change tires. Looks like they're going to change the left front. Driver out of Winfield, Tennessee. We talked to him earlier today about this event.
Well, you know, the racetrack officials, their crew here, they was really good about, you know, getting the track sealed in. So when the rain came, it just ran off of it. So it's made it a little messy for us, but I think we'll see a good race. And it'll get back to this normal slick deal. And, you know, maybe a little bit more of a high side tonight than normal. But it's going to be a challenging racetrack, even if heat's right there. It was worked around on the track a lot.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of room for passing on this track?
It's Florence. There's always room for passing here.
And Billy Ward's giving him a new rocket chassis to come out there and compete with. Let's take a look at our General Tire starting grid. On the pole, the real deal, Don O'Neill alongside Scott Bloomquist.
Row 2, Vic Hill on the inside alongside Darrell Landskin in the 28.
And row 3, it's Mike Marler and our points leader, Jimmy Owens.
Starting inside row number 4, the Indiana driver, Joe Janowski, and Chris Madden in the 44M.
In row 5, it'll be Jacob Grizzle and Steve Casebolt, former Rookie of the Year.
Coming off his first win of the year at Hagerstown, John Blankenship inside row 6 alongside Chris Wall, the Intimidator.
In row number 7, it'll be Clint Smith and Jonathan Davenport.
Back in row 8, starting 15th, Brad Mead in the 41, and the California Kid, Tyler Reddick.
In row 9, it'll be Earl Pearson Jr. and Ray Cook.
Row 10, Jared Landers in the 777 and Greg Johnson in the 24H.
Take a look at row number 11. It is Kent Robinson and Steve Francis. Duncan Colonel's in the house.
Bub McCool will start to the inside of row number 12 alongside Dale McDowell.
In row 13 is Josh Williams and Frank Hagennath Jr.
And all alone in row number 14, the ATV of Eric Wells from nearby Hazard, Kentucky. That is your starting lineup for the keys to the race. Let's go down to Dave and Kelly.
Thanks, guys. One of the keys to this race to me is
is going to be who is best at the finish. The last 2 years, this thing, Kelly, decided on the last lap.
And I think the guy who doesn't make any mistakes on the track could definitely pull off the win, too. I spoke to Tyler Reddick earlier, and he said anytime he makes a mistake, it'll add 0.3 of a second onto his time, and after 100 laps, that really starts to add up. So I think the guy who doesn't make any mistakes and who can finish through the entire 100 laps will definitely end up with the win here tonight.
Well, Don O'Neill has been so solid here at this event, especially in the past couple of years, leading more laps than anybody. The question is, can he lead the last one?
Well, he's never won the North-South 100. He's one of those veteran drivers that we talk about all season long with this series. He's been around a long time. He's won a lot of big events, but he's never won this one. He's got a great spot here in this year's event, though, right alongside Scott Bloomquist.
And he has been selling all year long, sitting third in the points as it stands right now, so a great year working for him. All right, they're doubled up. It's about time to sling the flag here. We'll start it off. 100 laps, $50,000 on the line, and here we go. And right off the bat, the 71 car, the real deal, Don O'Neill, takes the early lead.
See everybody searching around this racetrack, still side by side as O'Neill leads lap number 1. As you mentioned, has led more than anybody here at this event. Scott Bloomquist trying that low line there as we go on board with Rockstar and Don O'Neill, our leader.
Pretty interesting, too, to hear the guys say that they'll be able to run all over this track. They're all looking forward to a very competitive racetrack. And already Scott Bloomquist is right out the bottom, goes back up and decides to follow down to the center there as we get a little deeper in the pack.
Yeah, Vic Hill, the 1B car, trying to hold off Jimmy Owens. That is for the 4th spot, and it looks like Owens will take it. So the defending champ making moves early in this year's North-South 100.